But let me get back into it. So I was walking around the floor, and I was in my mind like, man, I need to definitely see what these lights hitting on. So I was walking around Godox, just, you know, scoping out the scene, looking at their cameras. I said they cameras, looking at their lights. And I'm like, yo, for what I'm really trying to get into for this next level I'm trying to reach, I want to step up my lighting. So I walked around there, and I just walked around through Godox like 2 times just to, you know, see and get acclimated.
Got this light, like, do I need one of these? I don't know what I need.
We need something sharp this one. Yeah.
Right now I'm gonna do the interview in 10 minutes, 5 minutes, and then I'm coming back to talk to you. Maybe we can set it up sometime. Okay? Thank you.
But I kept walking around, and then I passed by Nan Light, and it just was a chill process. Like, I was over there, it just was chill over there. I was looking, the people was talking to people who was working this Nan Light setup, and I was saying like all kind of lights, real big lights that look like, man, they could, if it's crazy dark outside, it look like they'll make outside have light. So I was just over there, and I started talking to this lady. I was talking to this lady. I was like, so can you tell me about the tube lights? Then from there, she started telling me about, like, you know, all type of lights and things like that. I'm like, yo, she very knowledgeable, and I was just enjoyed my conversation with her. So, man, I left feeling inspired from talking to her. So I walked upstairs, and I'm like, it's around like 5, so I'm feeling like a little tired, and I'm like, man, you know, I'm just chill. I'm finna try to get to the last event of the day. So I looked down at my phone, right? And I seen an event added to my itinerary, and it was talking about OM cruise. I'm like, okay, because I did apply for the OM cruise, because it was like 3 cruises you could do. It was like the OM cruise, which is Olympus. The other cruise was like Canon, and I forgot the other cruise, but I'm like, yo, for my time and things like that, I think this OM cruise would be better for me. So I just think, man, when I saw that on my itinerary light up, so I walked down there to the pier, and they was like, where's your wristband at for it? I told them, man, this just showed up on my itinerary like within like the last hour. So I showed that to them. A lady came to the front of the line. She gave me like the rubber band to put around my wrist, and I'm like, hey. And let me tell you about this situation, man. So I was just thinking about food, because they had vendors in front. I'm like, man, I need to eat something, but I just was holding still for a moment. I don't know why, but I hold it. I just was like, you know what? Let me just handle business first. So as I was outside in this line at the pier, and the lady gave me the rubber band, I'm like, man, it's a long line. I wonder am I gonna even be able to get on the boat? They moved the line so fast, and I was able to get on the boat, and they was like, you could check out the cameras we have. And I ain't think much of it, because like I said earlier in the video, I'm one of the people, when I get a good camera I like, I stay focused on this. But I walked around for a little bit, and I was like, you know what? I am on this boat. I am here. Why not check out, you know, one of these Olympus cameras and see what it can do? It ain't gonna hurt me or anything, just to, you know, get acclimated to something new and get out my norm. I was able to get a camera, forgot the name of the camera, but I'm gonna put it up in text. they had people on the boat who was like from Olympus who could help you with the cameras. Cause I'm like, man, I'm a newbie with Olympus, so like the menu's a little different than what I'm used to. And I was like, man, you know, how am I like this camera? So I asked a few questions like, how can I get it to the filming mode? And they were showing me like certain dials on the front and how I could do this type of mode and that type of mode. I'm like, all right, let's go. Like the lens I had on was a wide lens as well. So I came on, I was talking to this guy. And you know, we hit it off. We was just cool. Like we talked multiple times when we seen each other on the ship and we hung out for a while. But when I was just getting my shots and getting my videos, being on this boat, I was like, man, Olympus, this is a good camera. Like I was out there just, you know, getting a lot of footage, man. This just was so much of a good vibe. Like, man, I don't know who these women were that was on the boat, but they definitely turned the vibe up. Like they was dancing and having so much fun. I was like, man, see, this is the type of vibe I like to be around. This was like a party celebration. And then let me tell you, man, crazy thing about this, you remember I told you I ain't eat. So, man, they had the chef, he came out, he started bringing food out, like they started bringing all type of stuff out, like chicken. Like all type of sandwiches, and I'm like, man, this stuff banging. Like they definitely did their thing. Like, see, they know how to put on an event. And I was like, man, I was like, look at that. I was like, look at God. Look at the big man above coming through, blessing me. I ain't even have to be hungry, and I was able to eat a great meal for free. And man, they came out with so much stuff, and I'm just like, you know, chowing down. And I'm still like got the camera and I'm getting video of like the New York skyline, and I'm looking up, I'm getting the Brooklyn Bridge, the Manhattan Bridge, I'm getting the Statue of Liberty. And man, I was just hyped and I was excited. And like, man, they kept coming around and bringing more food. So if you left from this ship hungry, I don't know what to tell you, because the food was good and it was banging. It was a whole lot of great vibes on this ship. Like the people were nice. Like, man, like it was like no discrepancies. Like at this whole event, like this the type of events I like to be around, because like everybody seemed like they was there to like learn, you know, be nice to one another and get along well. And that's what I'm saying. Like that's what it's about right there. Like, man, because you just never know who gonna be the next person, or just being nice to people and, you know, treating people well. That costs you $0.99, and you just never know who this person is or who this person could be. And you don't want to burn bridges just by, you know, affecting somebody in a negative way and, you know, making somebody feel bad. So I was seeing people out there with all type of cameras. I seen people out there with like film type cameras. I seen people with DSLR cameras. I seen people with mirrorless cameras. I seen people with cinema cameras, like all type of cameras. I seen this dude, he was walking on the ship. He was like, I was like, oh, that's a C70. He was like, you got a good eye, but it's a C80. I was like, cause I was like, I knew the camera because I was looking at it and I might try to get one of them. But let me tell you what's crazy though. So I went to the bathroom on the ship, on the boat, and I was talking to this guy. How about this guy's the president of Olympus? And I was like, oh, like he was a real cool guy. He was telling me about like the ambassador programs, and he was giving me some game. And I was like, see, when I apply for the program, I'ma definitely say, I know such and such, so, you know, I should be good. And he was like laughing when I told him that. But he just was cool, man. And what I like about him, like I respect him, and definitely being like in the trenches, being on the ground, cause somebody who's so high up in the camera company, such as himself, he don't gotta be out, but he out like, you know, rubbing shoulders, rubbing elbows. Like he asked me, Like, did you use one of the Olympus cameras? What did you like about? Like, he was asking me questions, and I'm like, see, look at him, man. That's a cool president. I know, like, he definitely seemed like a great person to be around. Like, I ain't know this guy. He introduced himself to me, and we started talking and having a great conversation. So I really enjoyed that conversation. Better yet, I enjoyed this ship cruise. It was dope. I'm glad that I got out my norm and picked up that Olympus camera and had a good time with it. I started feeling good with it. And I just was doing my thing. If you went to the Bild Expo, I know you probably had a great time. What I could say is if you want to go to the Bild Expo, definitely make sure the things you want to go to when it comes to the events, make sure you get there very early, because it's just so many people there that, you know, it's going to be hard sometimes to get into some of the rooms you want to get into. But they got so many vendors on this floor. I'm pretty sure it was probably over like hundreds of vendors, and they was great vendors too. So even when I would miss my event, I wasn't feeling bad or mad or sad. When I'm down there, like, you know, on the vendor floor, just kicking it with the creatives, like, I wasn't even feeling no type of way. I'm like, man, this come with the game. So I'm going to just, you know, do what I could do and make the most and the best out of this situation while I'm here. But let me tell you, hold on. It was this lady I was speaking to. It was like a model setup, and I was just chilling, doing my thing. So this lady came to me and started talking to me. And she was like, go over there, get a picture with him. So like, I got my picture. They gave me like the Polaroid hard copy of the picture, and the lady was talking to me. And I'm like, I got to ask that question, like, who are you? What do you do? And things like that. She was like, I'm here with my daughter. And she was like, what do you do? I was like, yeah, I'm Lynn Flair. She was like, are you on any socials? So I told her about my YouTube. She subscribed to my YouTube. So if you checking out this video, say what's up to me in the comments, and I definitely appreciated that conversation with you. Your daughter definitely need to get you on the marketing campaign, because you was telling me about your daughter. And matter yet, I even follow her on Instagram thanks to her mom. So I followed her on Instagram, and I'm like, okay, your mom definitely did her thing, and you know, she do her thing. So she go hard in the paint for you. So you definitely need to keep mom around, and when you doing marketing and going to events. Cause I think she was saying like you was up there upstairs at like a different, you know, seeing somebody talk and going to a different event that was upstairs. But let me know below in the comments your thoughts on the Bild Expo, if you went, or if you haven't went, do you plan on going in the future? And to check out the purchases that I made at the Bild Expo, check out my next video. It's coming soon. Until next time, peace.